Saints Nation, welcome back to the St. Clair, to the Saints Gaming CA stream here on Twitch. It's going to be one of those days, isn't it? Oh dear, but welcome. Thank God it's Friday, and with that, we have some more Rainbow Six Siege action here at the CollegiateR6. My name's Dan Banner, going to be your host once again here on the Saints stream. And the matchup for tonight ought to be a good one, as we do have St. Clair College up against St. Peter's University. The team, personally, I'm going to get to see play for the first time here on stream. I don't recall them from any past semesters, any past games. That being said, though, as of right now, St. Peter's University is sitting with the same record as our Saints, with 3 wins and 1 loss so far in the season. So I'm expecting an even one. You know, I absolutely adore back and forth matches. I'm hoping that this is going to be one of them. But before we do look into getting this game started, let's take a look at our starting lineup here for the Saints. Of course, coach and player, sophomore of the Esports Administration program, Jacob Briand, aka JM Beast, going to be leading the charge here, as we do have, just posted on our Twitter not too long ago, we have Noah Alders in business finance. That's Kira. We also have Ethan Farrow, Domo. We got to see him for, I believe, the first time last week, or 2 weeks ago, rather, in pre-service firefighter education training. Dylan Chapman, aka Rapid. He's been here around the block a few times in the esports program. And so the same thing with Big Papa, Noah King. If we have any Kingers in chat, I know I keep seeing that in most of our matches. So, no real surprises here coming out for Saints roster, but nonetheless, it should be an exciting one. It's taken a little bit to get started here, as we're still waiting on the St. Peter's University team to actually all get into the lobby. But it is what it is. Of course, before we do get started with the games anyway, we might as well give a shout out once to everybody for everybody for tuning in. Always a fantastic being able to broadcast these matches for everyone. And if you have not done so already, make sure to follow, because there's definitely going to be more action where that came from. A little bit later on in the night, we'll take a look at the schedule. Then, of course, a big thank you to the sponsors that do make this thank you to every sponsor that makes this happen. Of course, that's St. Clair College, the St. Clair College Alumni Association, Supplement School of Business and IT, the Student Representative Council, EC Outlet, and of course, Tim Hortons. Thank you all for making Saints Gaming and the St. Clair Saints a possibility. Now, it's still looking like St. Peter's University is taking a little bit of time here. Of course, they do have up to 30 minutes to get into the lobby before any talk of disqualifications come through. But since we are kind of on a wait, I'm going to throw it to a quick break. But before you know it, they'll either show up or they won't. I will definitely get you the update as soon as possible. I apologize for the delay, but we need some opponents. Stay tuned. Excuse me. Alright, thanks for bearing with the delay. We are finally underway here with our very first match of this best of 3 series between, of course, SPU, St. Peter's University, and St. Clair College. Both of the matches that we'll have for these first 2 games, St. Clair are both going to be starting on the attack. And of course, Clubhouse, the first map of choice. This one not going to be looking too unusual for a St. Clair College match, as for the most part, we see Clubhouse, we see Coastline, we see Cafe, and if this goes to Game 3, we're going to be seeing all of those maps today. No Oregon this week, which I know St. Clair are probably happy about. With Maverick and Capital getting taken off and away nice and quick. Pretty standard for Clubhouse. Of course, that main point that they tend to, that most defenders tend to go to first are Maverick and Capital tend to be pretty solid there. So no surprise there. Lucy getting taken out as well. Kind of no surprise. Being seen as a bit of a nuisance in competitive play as of late. A very good operator overall. And then the Clash getting banned out. They do not want to deal with it, which is kind of funny because we do know JM Beast doesn't mind picking up the Clash here and there. I wonder if St. Peter's University were doing their research on this one.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Okay, there we go. So oddly enough, we're not going to start on the second floor to begin this matchup. We're going to go to the basement for this very first part of this game. And the bans kind of leave a few interesting things open compared to what we normally see in our Saints matchups. So one thing to note, Mira still up on the board, has basically banned this entire season on the side of St. Clair. Not going to be taken out this time by. Ace gets the slip through, and we see JM Beast picking that up pretty well right away. And of course, Echo is still auto-banned here in the league, as he still has some bugs regarding his yokai drones. Of course, players on the side of St. Peter's University have not introduced them yet. Of course, we do have Marv, we have Stanknuts, we have Ultrafeel, Silver Nova, and Gorilla, or M4 Gorilla. Kira moving forward already, has a sledge in hand, and does figure it out that they are all on the basement floor. So the fact they have so much little destruction here means those hatches are not long for this world. Break through all entrances. Rapid looking to move up alongside Kira. They from the roof down, possibly. A little bit of extra cover here from Rapid as Kira does blast through the hatch, making sure nobody's going to give him any surprises. Demby still on the ground floor, looking to make an opening for himself as he moves forward. 2 drones available. Going through. Big Papa also starting to blow some holes in the defensive line here for SPU. Kira getting taken down extremely quickly. TV M4 Gorilla finding himself a double. A good little find from him there. It's going to be Jam Beast, Rapid, and Big Papa to try and clean this one up. So plenty of time on the clock here for St. Clair, minute 20. But they are not exactly putting themselves in a fantastic position to start this one off. Papa moving through. Rapid still droning alongside JM Beast, trying to spot some players out. With some of these hatches being reinforced and electrified, so Big Papa's not going to be able to go through that.
Bomb located by attackers.
50 seconds on the clock now. Saints are going to be needing some crazy fights. Big Papa going to find one. Can he find the second? He's not going to be able to. Going to be cleaned up by Ultrafuel. Rapid and JM Beast going to be the saviors here for St. Clair if they want to try and figure this one out. They do knock one down. Rapid going to clean that one up. 2v3 as we move forward to these last 30 seconds of play. Marv, Ultrafuel, and Silver Nova still available on the side of St. Peter's, and okay, it's going to be traded out 1-for-1. Rapid's going to get the diffuser, but he's very worse for wear in this situation. He has to deal with both full members. He's going to drop on in. Can he spot him? That was a good find. He wasn't spotted. This is very doable. 1v1. Planting the diffuser. Where is Silver Nova? Actually, a little bit off site, so he's going to have to run on in. He's not going to be able to make it in time. Rapid in clutch position right now to try and turn this around for St. Clair after a very rough start. He's looking at the right door, spots it, opens fire on it a little bit. Does have a grenade to try and stun him up. Not going to be effective. I think I got 8 by Gorilla, and sure enough, he came around the long way. That's going to be Silver Nova, rather, cleaning that up and going to secure this first game for St. Peter's University.
Bomb defusing attempt failed. Defenders win.
That was way closer than it probably should have been, considering the 3v5 nature of it, with St. Clair losing 2 members from the hand of M4 Gorilla. But it was definitely a close one. Now we're going to go to CCTV, which is normally where we see teams tend to start off. Same team composition essentially coming out here from St. Clair. However, we have some different ones on the side of St. Peter's. I'm interested at the Warden, of course, because I was going to say they have nothing to actually electrify the walls. That seems kind of critical. That Warden's going to go away, and I think St. Clair are probably wise enough and experienced enough here on this map to realize that that is in fact the case. Yeah, with Ultrafuel and M4 Gorilla both getting 2 kills on the board on that last one. But Silver Nova getting the big one that counted, taking Rapid down before the diffuser was too long gone. Meanwhile, Rapid got himself a triple in that last round. Yeah, this is a bit more of a standard hold that you would expect on Clubhouse.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds left.
Of course, St. Clair with tons of soft breach, 2 hard breachers as well. Have to see how this one ends up. Round 2 underway. Of a scary spot for Kira to just whip out the drone in case anybody wanted to be cheeky and do a sneaky little run out, but everybody staying in their positions for the time being. These Moot Jammers are going to make things a little bit difficult for Jam Beast. It gets a spot on the bandit. Drone going to go down, however. So that info is gone for the time being. Everybody from St. Clair hovering around this main door. Going to be the MP grenade. Maybe just enough time to actually make it work. He's going to start lobbing those ace charges. Try and blow through this door. Can the bandit, can Silver Nova stop this in time? He does stop the far side, but not the near side until all 3 of those charges do go off. So that is an entry hole now that St. Clair can opt to go for. The Big Papa on the other side of things as well, trying to get an additional angle on this attack. Oh, cheeky little angle there for Domo. He had the right idea, but was a little bit too short. Rapid on the outside, but it's going to be Domo going down. Papa moving through towards that B site. Slowly but surely does have JM Beast for some additional covering fire. Going to peek out. Nobody spotted as of yet. Oh, he does spot the head of that one player. Shots fired, but nothing making contact. Papa on to the actual site itself, but no, he does not have the diffuser. We can't try to make something happen in that regard, at least not yet. Rapid coming through an additional different angle of attack. Jambeast is now on the site with diffuser in hand. Gorilla is the closest one there. Big Papa and Rapid both finding a couple shots. Kira manages to find another one as well. Gorilla goes down. And these guys are absolutely all over the place in this as it starts to get a little bit scurried. All up to Marv and Ultra to make this happen. Marv moving forward. Ultra is on site. He can probably see the diffuser. Did he see that nitro cell there by chance? Maybe not. K shots fired. Marv goes down. There's Jambeast from the side, but Ultrafield does get one as well. Is he going to try and get cheeky with it? He was thinking about it, but Jambeast shuts him down before he gets the opportunity to get any shots off. A much better round. Unfortunately for us here on the observation side of things, we did not exactly see that big skirmish that ended up happening near, I think it was Kira. But 3 players on the side of St. Peter's got traded out extremely quickly and definitely swung it into St. Clair's favor. Jambeast was already in position outside, very hard spot to try and take the player out without necessarily giving it away by running out at them. But they are going to try it again. We're going to go back to CCTV.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Opting for the double denial in regards to having both the Cade and the Bandit this time. All sorts of electricity coming out to disrupt this attack from St. Clair. We do see M4 Gorilla on the Valkyrie as well in this one. Possibly looking to get aggressive. We'll have to see, but if not, the cameras are always fantastic to begin with. Even if you don't feel like being super aggressive with it.
5 seconds to insertion.
And Saint's going to keep the exact same thing, so we'll have to see how this one turns out. Round 3 now underway. Definitely going to be keeping my eye out on Gorilla. I'm curious if he's thinking about some sort of spawn peek of some sort. Not looking to be the case, at least as of yet. Do see Big Papa coming through the garage doors. Setting up a little extra defense here. Domo going to spot the Bandit in his usual position right there by the reinforced doors. Wait for the opportunity. Here comes the MP grenade from Domo. Big Papa, in the meantime, does take down Marv. So a sneaky little pick from them. Nice job there from Silver Nova to stop the first charge. Can he stop the second, however, or the third? This is going to get messy. He does stop another. They're not as perfect of an opportunity this time there for St. Clair, but they still make something happen. How many holes did we get there, however? It's not enough to actually walk into, so solid job for Domo and Jambeast, and I think Rapid was there backing them up as well. Heard shots fired, trying to find exactly where that happened. The Bandit running for the hill, Silver Nova. Papa in the garage itself. Shots. He is going to find one more, so Ultra from below getting taken down. Big Papa may have given away his position here. Can Stanknut, Silver Nova, or Gorilla find them by chance? This is going to get messy. We do see Jambeast running right into the swing of things. Domo was getting open fired upon as well, but it's actually going to be turned over. Jambeast is finally going to get taken down, and Big Papa from above actually going to clean this up. Jambeast sacrificing himself for everybody else to clean this up. And sure enough, the Bandit running in. Big Papa not going to let that happen. So St. Clair's attack on CCTV have been right on the money so far here in this game. But it's looking like we're going back down to the basement, which is, of course, where St. Peter's University have won, or one last time by. The dock and the Mira being hovered over, at least as of right now. Curious as to how they want to play this one out. And they're opting at least not for the Mira. They're going to keep dock, however.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
All the way down to the basement. Last time they were basically stuffing St. Clair out. Rapid made it close near the very end there, but I believe it was M4 Gorilla who did secure himself a double about halfway through the round. So St. Clair did not have their full attack when they truly needed it. With some good disruption by Gorilla and the rest of the St. Peter's University squad in that regards. And Rapid picking up the IQ this time if they do realize the Valkyrie was on play, so they're going to maybe try and spot out some of those cameras, do a little extra vision denial.
Attackers' objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
And of course being able to spot out all the gadgets, anything electronic, which he will find. Bambi's scuttling through the dirt, gonna bring his drone back, and we do see Big Papa looking to get some of those X-Kairos engaged. EMP grenades coming out from Domo as well to slow this down. Sets it off. That hatch should be no more. Kira getting open fired upon, actually, as he's blowing through the floor, trying to find an angle. He is getting peppered upon, but none of these shots landing. Only one seemed to hit its mark. EMP grenade from Domo once again. Shots fired back and forth here on both sides as well. Rapid in a bit of a duel with somebody. Marv, on the other hand, popping a smoke. He's starting to feel the pressure a little bit with the vertical play coming out here from Kira. I mean, these holes are just as useful as they are deadly for Kira if he isn't careful. He does find himself at least a decent spot to try and start droning, and sure enough, he does spot a bunch of the members of St. Peter's University. Relay that information to his team, and then they could very well go on the attack. They have 1:30 still on the clock. Plenty of time to make something happen. Domo, Rapid still outside. Big Papa moving forward as well, and Jan B's taking his time towards dirt. Another entrance to that basement site. They do find one of the cameras. Can they spot the player? Oh, he was very close, actually, from Kira. Thinking twice before killing the camera and just running in towards the steps, knowing somebody very well could have moved their way there. Silvernova going to find a kill. Kira does spot one of the members of St. Peter's. It's going to be Silvernova getting traded out.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Rapid manages to sneak himself onto the site, so it is now getting planted. Kira barely getting peppered. Big Papa goes down. Domo goes down. Kira's down as well. It's all up to Rapid to try and clean this up. Can he do so? Not this time. It's going to be the clean setup there for St. Peter's. They took their time in the beginning, but they were able to win the gunfights when it counted, and they mow them down.
Defenders disabled the diffuser. Defender mission successful.
So with that, that's going to put St. Peter's University 2-0 when they've had the chance to defend the church site. So that basement they've just been essentially flawless for, but of course, now that they won on that site, they can't go back there for a couple rounds. So they're going to try CCTV, which St. Clair have been 2-0 at attacking. So let's see if St. Peter's can turn this one around on this site specifically. We do see the castle coming out possibly to throw out some more utility, unless this gets 6-bit over. Maestro going to be the pick as of this moment, so opting for some of those evil eye turrets.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
In the meantime, as we go into round number 5, it's been a pretty... This is exactly what I was looking for when I said I like a good back and forth game. We do have Big Papa, Rapid, Ultrafield, and M4 Gorilla leading the charge in kills, getting 5 for each. Now for St. Clair, they've not changed their composition too much here. So Rapid's going to be back on the Zofia instead of the IQ. I mean, there is no Valkyrie this time, so for specifically cameras, that's not going to be useful, so switched off, possibly. Up to the usual spot once again. EMP grenade. They're going to use Big Papa this time. Use some of these X-Kairos, possibly. We can see the Bandit battery going down, of course, but St. Clair is not going to be able to see that. Shots fired. That's from Rapid up in the top. Domo down below. Big Papa with them. Damn Beast is on the opposite end here, looking at a garage door. Rapid gets peppered down, however. What on earth happened here? I wonder. That's going to take him out for a bit. If he... That wasn't a fall, was it? That would have been an unfortunate misplay, but at least Rapid is going to be able to pick himself back up because of his gadget, because of his ability. Big Papa got peppered through the wall. Nearly getting headshot, but not this time. Silver Nova finding Kira. Rapid at the window. St. Clair still kind of stuck outside. They really haven't gotten anywhere so far in this attack. Minute 30 left. The Bandits, so of course that one's being Marv 18, doing his job as of right now. Keeping St. Clair stuck, but Rapid is going to find one. So Stanknuts, I feel like I haven't said his name at all unless it was talking about him getting eliminated. But not being much of a factor so far in this game, going down. Damn Beast finding a kill, actually, as he does finally manage to get through this main door. This balcony door. And try and breach an additional hole. The Bandit was still nearby. Marv could think about trying something, but it's a little risky at this point. So it's going to be 2 big holes here for St. Clair to come through if they want. 2 huge sight lines. Spots out the turret as well. We do see Big Papa coming through the other direction. Domo does have the EMPs available still. Shots fired from below. Is he going to be able to win that one out? He's not going to be able to. Big Papa goes down from Marv 18. Shots fired at JM Beast. He's going to be forced off of the site. And he's in a bit of a pickle. He does have Domo there to cover. Rapid finds a kill in the meantime. And he is going to get exploded, so that's going to be the Nitro Cell coming in clutch there from Ultrafield. This is going to put St. Clair in the hot seat. 10 seconds left on the clock. They either need to slay or they need to get this thing defused, and nobody's really in position to necessarily do so. Domo is going to pick it up. He's going to start defusing. Where's Rapid? He does have covering fire if somebody wants to try and charge in at him. And that's going to be enough. The diffuser is planted. That is going to be Ultrafield down. Switch to pistol, but in the meantime, that's going to be the flank. And that is a downed Domo. So Gorilla going to be able to swing the favor here for St. Peter's, getting them this lead in this game after finally getting a solid defense on CCTV.
Defender mission successful.
This is what I like to see, how the teams are adjusting as this match goes on. We do know, of course, both these teams in the CR6 are 3-1. Dead even in regards to their records. And then is this Stanknut sucking up to me? What is this Capcam pick? Oh, why you gotta do this to me? Why? Feels bad, man. But the gym is where they're going to opt to this time. And then Rapid's going to be back on the IQ, but everything else on the side of St. Clair sticking same.
Locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Just the first time we've gotten to see St. Peter's University defend on this site. They've never had to go to this one yet because the last time they had a hard time on CCTV, of course. They just kept going back to that site instead. But now that they've won 2 sites in a row, you're going to have to switch it up. Try something different. There's going to be Stank Nuts on bandit duty this time. Gorilla going to be playing the Jaeger.
5 seconds remaining. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
And Supernova on Legion. We've seen the Legion come out a few times here so far for St. Peter's. And of course, this is the first time we'll have to see St. Clair try and attack into this site. And of course, they're going towards the other side this time. Nice and close to the site. Can be a little awkward to defend sometimes. And of course, Rapid going to be able to spot out all of those electronics as well. Try and maybe take them out through the wall. You can see every one of those dots is an electronic of some sort of gadget on the side of St. Peter's. So, being able to at least see that they're there, or possibly even take them out later, can be mighty useful. Domo going to lead the charge here for Jam Beast, as that is going to lead to the ace charges coming out. Stanknuts has the battery available. Rapid peeking through, spots out the one ADS. Kira making his presence known here, not spotting anybody out as of this moment. Big Papa actually going to find himself a kill on M4 Gorilla near the CCTV site. Rest of St. Clair still a little slow to get moving here. Minute 30 on the clock. Take the camera out and move forward. If he's not careful, could get flanked from the left-hand side. Kira does manage to find Marv. Jambi's taking a little bit of damage in the meantime. Is there somebody chasing him? There very well may be. And that is going to be the case. Stanknuts, there we go. He's on the right side of the kill board this time. And these Legion mines starting to get a little bit annoying here. Rapid under fire as well. Stanknuts finding Domo. Can he find Rapid? 3v3. And the diffuser is down. Kira with the shot onto Silvernova. This could be the rounds that SPU needed if Stanknuts could start popping off and getting himself some momentum here. As I say that, Rapid's going to shut that down, so it's all up to Ultra to make this happen. Rapid does have the diffuser now. Kira opening fire. Diffuser is going down. Oh, that could be the right play here. Nicely done there from Ultra. This is going to stall things out even further. 25 seconds left on the clock. It's going to force Kira to do the defusing now this time. Kind of making his presence known, however, so it should not take St. Clair by surprise where he's coming from. I think that's Big Papa coming in hot. He's actually going to go down anyway. It's all up to the 1v1. It's going to be Kira versus Ultra. Kira spots him through the door, and he's going to finalize it. A solid attempt there from Ultrafield, but Kira not going to let that happen. Now it's halftime, so we get to see how St. Clair end up on the defensive side of things. Going to be going to CCTV to start things off. And what kind of operators are picked for both sides? I mean, we've seen many times in this season already, like Jambies, he's going to be on Maestro more than likely. Rapid, you damn well know Rapid's going to be on Smoke, ready and waiting with the shotgun. We've been seeing a lot of Wamai so far this season, and I mean, Jaeger's just too damn good, so of course it's going to be a Jaeger. But then Big Papa on the Valk. Although we do have some different picks coming out from St. Peter's as well. So a little bit of an aggressive style here. We got Gorilla on Zofia, Ultra on Ash. Silvernova going to be bringing the Thatcher, but Stanknuts with a Ying. Look forward to seeing how they pull that one off. If Stanknuts will be successful in blinding as many people as possible with those Candelas. And then Marv 18 going to be the lone hard breacher here unless one of these players are bringing the hard breach extra item.
5 seconds remaining. Attackers must locate and defuse the bomb.
Without further ado, the first attack now for St. Peter's University. Now underway.
Changing mags.
Gorilla making some noise. Big Papa does have some of those extra cameras available. Possibly spot somebody out, make a quick pick. But actually it's going to be Stanknuts who's going to find Kira. Wamai off the board nice and quick.
Bomb located by attackers.
Some good droning coming out here from St. Peter's. Big Papa is barely going to win that with M4 Gorilla there on the stairwell. And the Candelas are coming out here. Stanknuts looking to possibly make a move. And he does spot out the Maestro. And Big Papa's going to take him down. At the same time, we see JMB's getting absolutely peppered, but those bullets are just not going to go through. And he's just going to get up and actually trade him out. So JMB and Domo finding themselves a kill here in this round. 2v3 as we move to the last 2 minutes. A much quicker attack coming out here for St. Peter's, but they still have just those 2 players try and make this happen. You see Silver Nova on the ground, and then Marv is up top. Protect herself with the Claymore, of course. We definitely know Rapid's not going to be the one charging. He's probably just going to be taking his time, as per usual. Marv up top, keeping that site watched. Meanwhile, what do they even have blown through right now in this balcony door? I feel like they don't have that much of a hole at all right now. Silver Nova barely going to get that drone out of there. It left on the clock. Nova goes through, but the crossfire is too much. He's going to get taken out instantly. And this is not going right now in the favor of St. Peter's at all. Marv does have the diffuser, so could possibly still make the play. But he does not have a lot of time, and he does not have very many avenues to make this happen. Not to mention that his cover, if he did have any cover, is completely blown. And we do see somebody coming through the stairwell door, and he's not enough to really notice. It's going to be the first smoke coming out here from Rapid. Rapid 10 kills so far in this game. Really showing up to play here on Clubhouse. Lock and load, time to go guns blazing if there ever was one. 20 seconds, going to be going through the first floor instead. But he really doesn't have a lot of time to make this play happen. He's got to book it up the stairs if anything. Otherwise, this round is a wash. It's probably going too slow at this point too. Not to mention he just kind of shot, so he's going to really make his presence known. This one is definitely one for the books for St. Clair. They're going to be able to time this one out. There was no avenue of attack that could have worked there for St. Peter's University. At least that takes CCTV off the board nice and quick. Forcing St. Clair to go somewhere else. And that somewhere else is going to be the basement. No real surprise there. From one fan of electricity to another, the Cade going to come out instead of the Bandit. Does kind of make sense considering you are probably going to be electrifying some more hatches instead of walls in this basement site. And Rapid, all of a sudden, now on the tear. I mentioned before, sitting there with 10 eliminations. Big Papa not too far behind. But then Ultrafeel and Gorilla not too far either, with 8 and 7 respectively. And Gorilla is going to be picking up the Jackal. First time we get to see Jackal in this game, as well as Stanknuts playing the Buck. So expect him to be trying to make a play from the first floor down onto the basement. Rapid going all the way up the dirt. This might be cheeky. I'm curious if they're just setting up some defenses or if they want to make a play of some sort. We'll have to see as the attack is now underway. RV18 now going to be on the ace as well. I think we saw it last round. I cannot remember, to be completely honest with you. These rounds definitely come and go so quickly. Gorilla's definitely going to be hunting for footprints at this point. Of course, if he does manage to find one, his gadget will completely pinpoint the location of whichever member made those footprints. But of course, with him being on the second floor, unless there's a roamer on the St. Clair side, he will be unlikely to find anything, and he's not been able to do so far. Marv, Silver, moving forward. There's going to be the MP grenade if they want to get something started. They're on that hatch. Took away the key charge. It throws the charge and just gets out of dodge nice and quick. Sure enough, St. Clair notes the explosion, are going to start firing away. And there we go. Gorilla does find one member of St. Clair way on the other side of the building, however, so he's not going to be able to make a quick play on that one. Gonna have to slow it down for the time being.
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
A much slower attack this time for St. Peter's University. Almost a minute left on the clock. Nobody gone down at all. This could be a very, very scary ending to this round. As Kira taking some heat. Shots fired. That's just Snakenuts from above, trying to get his sight onto some of these players. Shot is not going to land on any target this time. So that's definitely nerve-wracking. The smokes are going to start getting ready to come out here. I believe this one was from SPU, but you do have to start worrying about rapid smokes if that's going to be a play coming out here. Yeah, sure enough, covering the dirt entrance or exit. Now we can see the outline, however Big Papa not going to notice anything. He's going to run out of dodge just in time. He's going to get chased down, actually. Gets taken out. So St. Clair knows they're on their way. Kira finds one. JMB's nearby as well, finds Ultra. He's right there, finds another one. Somehow slips right under his crosshairs. How did he not take him down? Domo coming in clutch with backup. It's going to be forcing the reload, and nobody's going to be able to touch that diffuser. St. Clair going to defend strong here on the basement. That was an interesting little three-player push coming out from St. Peter's, forcing a messy gunfight, but it did not go in their favor in the slightest. So St. Clair picking up that one, 5-3 game. Okay, I was worried there for a second because, of course, also like how Echo is perma-banned right now due to his bug, Zero is also perma-banned right now in the CR6 because he's just, frankly, he's too new right now. There is a grace period when a new operator comes out before they are competitively legal, and we have not quite passed that just yet. Oh, the days when I would see a thermite in every single round of Rainbow Six Siege. And now it seems like we're in the days where I am never, ever seeing a thermite because there's just people who do his job, but maybe a little bit better in certain scenarios. But Stagnut's going to bring the thermite this time. And JMB's picking something up a little bit different here for this gym hold. Picking up the castle with those extra reinforced walls.
Left before insertion.
That's the reinforced walls. We have Igor and Wamai, so there are going to be absolutely no grenades going to be making any plays anytime soon around here. Akira on the cage, so he's going to be able to electrify a wall or a hatch. And Big Papa's on the mute, so these little gadgets right here, any drones that drive by that, they're not getting through. It's just going to be a screen of static for them. Not to mention it does disrupt additional gadgets as well. But coming from the attack with alongside the Thermite being brand new, we're going to see this right here, the EE1D from Silver Nova, as he's picked up the Lion for this 9th round. Basically, that EE1D, his gadget, is a game of red light, green light. If you see that thing come out as a defender, you have to stop, otherwise your position is completely exposed.
Bomb located by attackers.
Stanknuts is starting to move forward. He does have that exothermic charge ready to go. Going to blow a big old wall into the balcony. Silver Nova took a little bit of heat. I believe that was through the window. Arv on the Ash, ready to get some action in there as well. Gorilla on the sledge from a different angle. But now that E1D1 comes out once again, and see that little red ping right there? That is a spotted Domo, and that is now a dead Domo. Stanknuts cleaning up that one. Jambies gets taken down. There's going to be Gorilla coming in clutch as well. So he looks towards the bottom. That's going to be shots. Gorilla going to pick up Big Papa. All down to Kira and Rapid. And as Kira goes down, Rapid with the 1v5. Can he ace? He's not going to be able to get it. They spot him coming up the stairwell. Perfect attack, actually, coming out here from St. Peter's. That's quite the turnaround. Shutting down St. Clair's win streak as they were on a run of about 3 wins in a row. 1 on attack and then 2 on defense, I believe. I could be wrong, though. But a good job from St. Peter's University. The different strat coming out to stop the bleeding. Keeping this game alive. 5-4, of course, regulation is whoever gets to 7 first wins the round. Or wins the game, rather. And I mean, I'm kind of thankful to see St. Peter's not really too nervous to try something odd, something a little bit different. I like that little lion play that they were going for. That was really cool. And they're going to keep Stanknuts on the Thermite as well. So going to back that ace up in regards to additional hard breach. As we go back to CCTV. Because it's not a bad idea, because you usually want somebody for this balcony, of course, this wall here. And you kind of want somebody for the garage doors as well. So maybe, normally you pick up a Habana for that, but maybe Ace will do just fine in that regard. Or Ace or Thermite, or whomever you want to send that way. Man, maybe I should start cursing out players a little bit more. I mentioned earlier in this round that I feel like anytime I said Stanknuts' name, it was because I was seeing him on the wrong end of a kill feed. Meanwhile, now he's nearing the top of the board, now sitting at 7 and catching up in this game. Props to you, good turnaround. It's like commentator's curse, but if I curse you, that means I'm trying to get you to do better.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Okay, so they're going to opt to use Ace here on the lower garage doors. You see those charges slowly bursting through the reinforced wall. Does not care about the metal, and are actually opting intentionally just to use the two parts of it, not go for the full explosion. We do see, I believe that's JM Beasts near the garage. Actually, no, that would have been somebody else. Bit of a late reinforce here. JMB still holding on to one of those walls. I wonder if that's intentional or a bit of a misplay on the side of St. Clair. Rapid in the same position. What on earth was St. Clair doing in the meantime that has all of the reinforcements not ready? Domo Cookie Bear getting lit up a little bit, down to less than 25%. Arv from above on the garage, just taking a peek, making sure nobody's trying any funny business as Gorilla makes some noise outside. Diffuser in a safe place for him to pick it up.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
You do have to be careful. Somebody from St. Clair is definitely on that catwalk. Minute 30 to go in round number 10. Yeah, this wall right now completely blown to smithereens, so there's no hiding here. This is a huge sightline for Marv to be able to hang on to. Very patient play coming out here from St. Peter's University. Take some cameras out, and you've got to assume that there's somebody nearby. But thankfully for the St. Clair player up there, that is going to get gobbled up by Domo's ADS. Kira, that's who's up there. He's getting lit up. Big Papa also in a gunfight, but he's going to win that one up against Ultrafield. Gorilla moving up, but gets caught in the wire, and he's going to be taken down. He does a bunny hop of death, apparently. Silver Nova with the diffuser in hand now, has Marv and Stanknuts with him. Moves forward, but he's getting peppered. That's going to be initially Jambeast's Evil Eye, but Kira's going to pick up Stank in the meantime as well, and he's just going to try and plant that thing as the turret just keeps popping at him. It is Marv versus the world here. Spots one, takes down Kira. He took out Rapid a little bit earlier, but he's not going to be able to find the third. Big Papa coming around to secure round 10. St. Clair with match point now after that. One more win, and they're going to take game number 1. Of course, best of 3 action, and the next map in the pool, or in our lineup for tonight, is at Cafe. So like I was saying a little bit earlier, like the entire map pool is going to be, of course, Clubhouse here on the first map, Cafe second, Coastline third. So in regards to maps for St. Clair, with how many times they've played those maps this season, they may well be comfortable at it by now. So, it's going to be nothing fishy if St. Peter's pull the W tonight.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused.
Going all the way down to the basement hold. Try and finish it off right here. As Kira's going to go play in the dirt, and let's see how Rapid likes to redecorate down here. And of course, for those new to Rainbow Six Siege, wondering, like, don't you want walls? Don't you want protection? Of course, I've brought it up a couple times on the past broadcast, but the idea, of course, is being able to move between bomb sites as swiftly as possible. And sometimes using the regular door walking through the hallway is a bit unsafe. So being able to blow some holes through the wall with something like a shotgun like Rapid was doing definitely assists moving from site to site, helping you on defense, especially if your opponents are covering the usual locations like hallways and such. Yeah, Stanknut's going to drone Marv in as we move towards the west hallway. Moving in now towards the pool table, and we're going to see that jukebox get out of the way. No music for you. Gorilla back on the Jackal as well, going to shut down any roaming opportunities if he spots the right footprints. But right now he is on drone duty. Still, of course, very early in this 11th round. Now Stank basically going to take the long way, finally moving up with the rest of his teammates. Marv is furthest ahead, seeing the electrified barricade. But did also see some bullets coming through, so knows that's going to be a contested area if they do opt to try for it. Footprints are found here on the side of St. Clair, but they did time out right as he was about to use it, so they become too old to possibly track. This time, however, he might be able to get a spot on somebody. Let's see who he does pick off. It is going to be a player down by the A site. We do have Stanknut's going to blow a big old hole through the bottom. Take out the camera in the meantime as well. That's a big old sight line, and Stanknut's actually took out Gorilla, so a bit of a misplay there on the side of St. Peter's. That's definitely not what you want to see. I don't see any health bars dropped on the side of St. Clair, so he just completely mowed his own teammate down by accident. You hate to see it, as we are now down final 3 members on the side of St. Peter's. Opens fire, Big Papa going to go down. Mai's right there. It's going to be Kira nearby to try and make a play as well. Stank going to have to run through the smoke, run through the electricity, trying to get this thing down, but he's going to get lit up all down to one more player. Marv is going to stick around, try and make this happen. Does not currently have the diffuser. Does St. Clair know the diffuser's there? The body of, I believe that was Stanknuts, is kind of covering it. Marv's going to be able to pick it up. But can he now get out of here and make the play? Rapid Domo JM Beast, ready and waiting. Marv going to try and plant this thing. Is there anybody ready to try and contest? That's going to be the smoke coming out there from Rapid. Is that going to be enough to take him down? It is, which means St. Clair's going to have free reign to defuse this and get themselves this very first game in this matchup. Rapid's just going to smoke everybody out. Why doesn't he? Oh, God. Somebody needs to actually defuse that. Otherwise, that's going to be trouble. Of course, maybe get the guy who actually has the gas mask to do it. Rapid going to counter defuse, and that will be that. St. Clair going to secure game number 1. How about that? 10 kills on 3 members of St. Clair, and then Gorilla also with 10 as well. Ultra not too far behind. But overall, defensively, it just looked like St. Clair were on a much better level compared to their attack. But we'll have to see how that actually turns out, because both of these first games here, game 1 we saw St. Clair start on attack, and that's going to be the case for game number 2 as well. So they're going to have to take their time, as would they going to have to go to Cafe. The classic top-down or straight through the bottom style of map coming up next. It'll be about 5 minutes before we start that match. We'll see if St. Peter's University could turn this one around within a couple moments. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. If you have not done so already, be sure to follow us here on the Saints Gaming CA Twitch channel, because of course there's plenty more action where that came from. The season's still not even halfway done yet here for this fall semester, as we continue with some Rainbow Six Siege action tomorrow for the Collegiate Championships. That'll be at 3 o'clock. Then we finally get to see Call of Duty, the Modern Warfare Squad. Season opener for TESPA, 7 p.m. on Saturday. Another match on Sunday at 7. Then Rocket League team comes back Monday at 8, and Counter-Strike Tuesday at 8. And then plenty more action after that. Be sure to follow us again here on the Twitch channel, and subscribe to our gigantic match archive on our YouTube and our other social medias, of course. Stay tuned. Game 2 just about to get underway. All right, game time. Game number 2 here at Cafe. Of course, rather consistently played map here in the CollegiateR6 from at least what I've seen, especially from this St. Clair squad. Bans now moving out. First ban on the side of SPU is going to be Thatcher, taking that away right off the bat. And Capitan not going to be played either. Taken off the board from St. Clair. And Cafe, of course, this is a much taller building to try and have to breach into as attackers. What you'll oftentimes see is either, well, it's dependent on bomb site, of course, in that initial droning phase, trying to figure out if they're up on the 3rd floor or the 1st. They don't usually go to the 2nd unless they absolutely have to. So you'll have to figure out your play of attack, whether you're coming from the roof or coming from below. Final ban as Mira gets taken off. Clash is going to be taken off here. So once again, SPU not wanting St. Clair, especially JM Beast, to get that Clash once again, as we did see JM Beast last week, or it was last week during the Saturday match, during the Collegiate Championships, that we did see the Clash really mess up the opponents of St. Clair. One thing to note, though, for defense is Melusi was let through, so a lot of people do not like dealing with her. Well, guess what? You're going to kind of have to if you're in this match. And, of course, St. Clair up 1 in the series so far. There it is. Okay. Let's start all the way at the top. We're going to the bar for round number 1 of game 2. I would have been quite surprised if this alibi comes through, and it is actually going to stick. Stanknut's going to pick up the alibi and keep things odd and interesting right off the start. Curious as to where he's thinking of getting crafty with these decoys. And of course the decoys, they basically look exactly like alibi, but if you do shoot the decoy, it exposes your position and allows anybody on the, in this case on the St. Peter's University side, to make the play, getting the flank on you after you've already exposed your position and got pinged out.
5 seconds to insertion. Attackers must locate and defuse.
Now we're on the attack, so once again, St. Clair starting on the attack. Big Papa bringing out the sledge. Kira going to pick up the Maverick. Maverick, who of course was banned in the last game, but is going to be let through this time. Is effective on this map, but not as like super effective as he would have been on something like Clubhouse. Rapid on Zofia. Domo picking up the Nomad, so using some of these air jabs to try and catch out a flanker. But the hatch is blown, but that hatch is going to be covered out. They're going to try their best to try and scout this out, but it is definitely in an odd spot here for St. Clair to try and get through, spotting out the Malusi Banshees. Spots out the Jaeger as well, spots Gorilla. And now we'll get to see where St. Clair go from here. We do see JM Beast going to start moving forward with some of these ace charges, but it's going to be Silver Nova who gets first blood here in this game. Nearly going down himself, but is going to be safe getting that first kill onto Rapid. Domo's got to be careful. I think right above him there, or right below him actually, you see the X-ray leaning below is a player, Big Papa. Doesn't spot the foot, does hesitate on the alibi gadget, so it does not fall for it. Big Papa does not know, but literally right to his right, there is somebody ready and waiting. He's so close to being taken out. And oh my gosh, he's still got the jump on him. Silver Nova tried to make the play, but somehow Big Papa still making that work. Gorilla opening fire onto somebody. Stanknuts in a bit of heat as well. Kira caught up by the Banshees, but Big Papa's going to find himself a double here early in this round. Does not open fire on the obvious decoy. Kira might have an angle. Doesn't quite find it as of right now. Domo moving forward. Has some of those air jabs available. Knocks somebody right on their rear. Big Papa with a nice quick kill. Finds himself a quad. Switching over to his secondary. It's going to allow JM Beast to start planting that diffuser. Can he find Ultra Field? Where is he right now? He's going to shut down JM Beast, actually. The Nitro Cell from below. Going to stall this out. That diffuser's not down. Big Papa gets taken down. No ace for you. Ultra shutting that down. Kira now gets the opportunity to start planting this thing. Domo is still nearby as well, keeping an eye on the stairwell, which is exactly where Ultra is going. Eats the air jab. Is there anybody from St. Clair to follow up? Nope, this is actually on the opposite side of the building. So Ultra going to be able to get to this third floor all by himself without any issue, but Kira does spot him out nice and quick, and St. Clair going to get round number 1. Solid start right there for the St. Clair College attack. Making it work. They nearly had themselves a 4v1 at the very end there. So of course, props to Ultrafuel as he did bring that back to a respectable 2v1. I could not quite close it out. That air jab may have been enough to expose his position. Then Clair were able to clean up after that. Think hovering over the Ella, but might switch off to this. Malusi, of course, now being picked up by Ultra. Everything else seems pretty well standard, and the Ella might stick here on the side of St. Peter's. It is going to, in fact, stick.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Going to try this third floor once again, back to the bar, and I'm curious as to what the game plan here is for Stank. He keeps switching to some operators that do see some competitive play, but not a whole heck of a lot. Like, it's not necessarily meta to see an Ella, at least not anymore. Of course, she does have those Gersmont mines, the little traps that, for better or for worse, make you drunk if you get hit. It basically is a concussion mine of sorts that will daze you and make your screen nice and fuzzy.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb.
Stank could be looking for something cheeky here, actually. Let's see as St. Clair starts moving out. If Stanknuts is going to be able to find a quick pick. He's looking. He's really trying to find something before St. Clair even gets here. We've not seen anybody on either of these teams actually opt to go for a spawn peek at all so far in this series. That was like the first attempt that we've seen at all in this game so far.
A bomb has been located.
St. Clair squad safely make it back up to the rooftops, noticing that they're back on the 3rd floor, so getting in position to execute a very similar offense towards that site. Now, where are Saints going here? Possibly looking through the windows as shots fired. It's going to be Ultrafield taken down. JM Beast from the top, actually, going to secure a kill. Did not tell if that was a run out or something happened there. But that's one way to get on the board nice and quick. So, 4v5 now on St. Peter's. Trying to make something happen. Rapid out there making his presence known. And now that the electricity is finally gone here, the charge from JMBs can finally start blowing through that reinforced wall and they can get their attack underway. Rapid's also trying to flank things out, possibly maybe pick up an ADS for his troubles as well. They got 2 people flanking that ADS. They really want that thing gone. They do see the Banshee right there as well. There's the Elamine making its effect, making it nice and fuzzy there for Big Papa. Really makes winning a gunfight, and if that were to happen, extremely difficult. He's spotted one, no shots landing, however. Okay, does spot the player on the far side, peppering away, but does not find its mark. Here, moving forward, manages to not get smoked by any of those bullets, so hangs on at full health for the time being. That's going to be Big Papa finding M4 Gorilla. Charge Silver Nova taking some heat in the meantime. JMBs has enough time to plant this diffuser. We do see the Nitrocell in hand. If this comes up clutch, I'm not sure exactly if that's exactly what he wanted to do there. It is going to be a nice cleanup. Unfortunately, not really seeing a whole heck of a lot of it, but St. Clair hooking themselves up with a flawless as Kira secures the final one. I mean, that very well could have swung into St. Peter's favor had the Nitrocell been late enough that it killed off whoever was planting the diffuser and you didn't have enough time to actually, like, pick it up and replant it. Doesn't matter how many people you still have alive. If you don't plant the diffuser's attack when the time goes off, you are out of luck. You lose that round. But unfortunately, I know I personally had my mind boggled a little bit as that Nitrocell just ate the reinforced wall right in front of him. I mean, tensions get high. That's definitely a high anxiety, high adrenaline moment right there. And unfortunately, for the side of St. Peter's University, we're not able to clutch up on that one. But they still have plenty of time here in this set as we now go down to the 1st floor. Big Papa showing up to play so far in this 2nd game, leading the charge across both teams with 5 eliminations apiece. We'll have to see how this bomb site and how St. Clair decides to attack this. Of course, we've been used to the roof down. How do they handle it when we're now on the 1st floor? Now, we did see the outline. I do believe there is one member from St. Peter's up on either the 2nd or the 3rd floor that could possibly try and make the play happen. Okay, so spotting all the gadgets, they confirm that this is the 1st floor for this time. And of course, it's pretty common to have somebody nice and close to this doorway with a shotgun or something. So they'll have to be careful. And Marv's going to blow a nice and early smoke to deny that doorway. You're going to start trying to tear through. A nice grenade apparently does take out Marv. So those smoke grenades that tend to find their value the longer a round goes on. I mean, if you take the smoke out nice and quick, that value has been eviscerated for the round. Kira still slowly working away at melting this door, but JMB's getting under fire, finds Stank Nuts. Valkyrie down, Domo going to find one as well. Kira under fire, Rapid gets taken out. Kira does spot the shoulder, but it's going to be eliminated by JMB. It is now all down to Silver Nova to try and make something happen here in this round. However, this is a tall task ahead of him. Not if they just walk into your crosshair and stop, though. That's a solid shot there, but unfortunately for him, Big Papa ready and waiting. Sometimes you just got to use your life as a drone and hope your teammate cleans up. That's exactly what happened there. Big Papa cleaning it up. St. Clair, so far so good here on Cafe. 3 straight wins. There were definitely some execution flaws in that defense for St. Peter's, and they're going to opt to try this kitchen hold once again. Going to opt for a relatively similar style, but we're going to have Maestro come play as well. Marv's got to find a way to keep himself alive compared to that last round. And St. Clair are going to bring the exact same thing. They were thinking about maybe a Ying, but not going to opt for it. I mean, if that attack wasn't broken, don't fix it. Stick back to the Nomad. Deny those flanks, any roamers. I'll have to see what happens differently here for St. Peter's, because they definitely need something to change nice and quick. Because during the game on Clubhouse, it was a back and forth affair for the most part until St. Clair found their footing and started tearing away. But Cafe has not been their map so far here in this second game. And attacking here, I imagine, is an absolute pain. So if you're not able to get any W's under your belt on defense, you're kind of setting yourself up for a bad time, at least in my opinion. Hey, Rapid's drone getting spotted out. Kira going to lead the charge. Can he find one? He did see somebody walk through. Not going to chase, though, because he would have been chasing through barbed wire, which, of course, is a massive disadvantage for whoever is through it. Kira's going to start boiling through. Domo taking some heat, going to try and win this gunfight. Back and forth battle with, I believe that was Ultra Fuel. Drone comes out. It is not going to be long for this world. Going to have to tuck through. Domo going to have to run away. Kira eating a lot of damage in regards to electricity, but Big Papa takes out Marv. Once again, the smoke gone extremely early in this game. And Big Papa, even though he was the one who got jumped on, takes the win onto Silver Nova. Blasting him away, but it's going to be answered quickly here as Rapid goes down by M4 Gorilla. And that's going to be 2 going down. JM Beast also going down with Big Papa. All going to be traded out. A 2v2. Kira and Domo versus Stank and Ultrafield. Domo's still on the outside. He's going to be a non-factor here for at least the first few seconds in this fight. We do see, I believe that's Ultra laying prone at the A site. Nearly walking into that grenade, gets tagged maybe like 5% or so. Domo hasn't moved much. However, Ultra may walk into his sight lines if he's not careful. Minute left on the clock. Here it does have diffusers, so they can make that a win condition for them. If it does end up being a fair fight, St. Clair are definitely at the disadvantage in regards to their health. Domo getting tagged through the wall. Kira going to find one, however. It is going to be all down to Stank Nuts as the diffuser starts going down 1v1. Stank does take care of Domo. He's up on the second floor, though, so Kira's going to have all the time to set up this diffuser and get into position to make the play. There goes the air jab. If that was heard by Kira, he'll have an idea of where Stanknuts is at this moment. Oh, Stank had the right idea. Actually, a second sooner, Kira would have been right there.
Defenders have located the diffuser.
This is actually a pretty safe spot here for Stanknuts if he wants to try it. Is Kira expecting this to come down halfway through? Is going to open fire. So St. Clair going to clutch up round number 4. A very close round number 4, actually, considering how that one was going. But nonetheless, a 4-0 lead now on Attack on Cafe. This could be a round of firsts here for St. Peter's University as we go back up to the 3rd floor to the bar. It's going to be the first time we see... Oh, they're thinking about it. Okay, so no Mozzie, but we're going to see Pulse for the first time coming out from St. Peter's.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Probably, I would imagine, looking to play from below. Of course, that heartbeat sensor can detect people who are nearby, call out their locations, can be heavy on the intel, but can also make an offensive play for himself if Silvernova gets in position to, especially carrying that nitro cell. Yeah, this attack so far from St. Clair has been pretty well perfect. I mean, they haven't dropped around, so of course, in that regards, it has been. Some of them have been close, that's for sure, but 4-0 this quick into a cafe round is scary for the side of St. Peter's, that's for sure. Big Papa leading the game so far with 9 eliminations. An absolute unit so far in this match. Interesting little play here from Ultrafuel, actually. Spots out the sledge coming down right at the nick of time with a nitro cell, so I don't know how you actually react to that, and the fact that they just took Big Papa out so quick into the round, that was some next level stuff. I wonder if they had Silvernova right next to them or something, saw them looking towards that hatch or what, but perfect timing, crafty little play there from St. Peter's. That could be the start of turning something around. Okay, Rapid could be in for a world of hurt if he's not careful, looking to start breaching into the site. Or into the building at least, not necessarily on the site itself, not yet. Hopping on in, Kira is right there as well. We do see the outlines. Our players nice and close. JM Beast might walk into one. He's in fact going to do so. This is actually really rough for Kira if he was not careful. He whipped out his phone to drone as there was somebody right around the corner. This round is looking like the turnaround that they needed. Kira, though, as soon as I turn away, of course he does, finds himself an elimination, but Rapid is going to be right there to try and cook up after Domo secures it, or gets killed, rather. Silvernova going down before the Nitro Cell got its use. Kira getting tagged while he's on his drone again. Rapid and Kira both under fire. The final 2 for St. Clair in this round. The flawless attack is being threatened. Diffuser down, Kira taken out. It's going to be Rapid versus 3. Spots 1, not going to happen. Picks up the diffuser, gets blasted. So St. Peter's University getting on the board, making sure this isn't a flawless attack coming out here from St. Clair. back to the kitchen now for St. Peter's as we are just about at halftime. Switching sides after this round. I hope for the sake of St. Peter's University that they have a solid attack planned, ready and waiting, and are comfortable in executing, because they're going to need it. They do not give themselves much wiggle room, especially if they don't manage to secure this next round.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
We're now down all the way onto the first floor. They've yet to pick up a round here on this site. Vigil coming out for one of the first times, if not the first time here for M4 Gorilla. But a round like that last one could be what they were looking for in terms of slamming the brakes on St. Clair's momentum, because that was really crafty. Whatever that Nitro Cell play was, I wish I had the opportunity to take a look at that again, because literally as soon as Big Papa landed the sledgehammer to that hatch, the Nitro Cell was right there frame one. Like, that is perfect. Kira, Big Papa on their way. Domo making some noise. Does find actually a player. Rapid going to try and open fire onto whomever that may have been. But Ultrafield going to take out Domo. Nomad going down nice and quick. No air jabs for defense for St. Clair as they move forward. JMB's moving on the site. Is going to win his gunfight. Did have a little help there from Kira as well. Silver Nova goes down.
I'm reloading.
Chopping through the barbed wire, but we do see on the far side there is somebody there. You're going to start working on this reinforced wall as JMB starts tearing a hole through this one. Kira open fired upon from the side, but it's not going to land to anything. No real damage coming out. Okay, these nades coming out from Rapid are all getting eaten up, and as that smoke grenade comes out, Marv not dying yet is a huge boon here for the side of SPU. As electricity now coming out is going to start making things a little bit irritating for Kira. Going to have to sacrifice some health to make sure he can tear through this reinforced wall. And Beast nice and close as well to make sure that nobody tries any sneaky business on his hard breacher. Minute left on the clock. Big Papa nearly spotting a prone member. No, give it a whack with the sledgehammer, but JMB's going to be taken down. Not completely eliminated as of yet. Another smoke canister coming out. They're going to try and heal JMB's. Rapid opens fire, finds Ultrafield. 4v2 moving forward for this last 30 seconds of play. Kira finds one. Big Papa going to take a shot in the ankle, as we did see Marv right there, and he's the only one alive here for St. Clair. Nice shot with that shotgun, going to finish off, or at least knock him down. He's not going to be a part of this round, at least for a bit, but Kira coming in hot from the side, going to take out Marv and get St. Clair a 5-1 attack here on Cafe. St. Clair's turn for defense, and they did not leave much wiggle room here for St. Peter's. The pressure is on for them to have some pretty flawless attacks if they want to secure themselves game 3. Or the chance at game number 3, rather. 6 pick over to Maluzzi for Big Papa. I mean, he's been fragging like a madman so far in this game. Definitely makes sense to me. Meanwhile, on the side of St. Peter's, It's going to 6 over to the Nomad. I feel like that was kind of predictable. Nobody really plays Callie, to be completely honest with you, unless you're St. Clair memeing.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs.
We're going to start up here on the 3rd floor. And sure enough, it was Kira and Big Papa leading the entire group right now in regards to eliminations. But of course, eliminations are only one part of Rainbow Six Siege. Information is half the battle, if not more of it. And you can't put a piece of scoreboard up for that.
10 seconds to insertion. 5 seconds to go. Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Alright, St. Peter's, let's see what you have in regards to your attack as we now move forward. We got Marv on the Blackbeard, Stanknuts on Zofia, Ultrafield back on the Ash, Gorilla on Nomad, Silver Nova beating up the Ace. SPU looking to go from the top down, it looks like, as per standard here on Cafe. Gang's all here, but they do not have their sledge, so it's probably going to be the Ash busting a hole through the hatches, unless somebody else brought breaching charges. Well, I guess he can Zofia to do it too.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Okay, so shields up. Marv getting ready to move forward. Ultrafield already inside the building. Looking for an opportunity to strike, but taking his time. And they're going to start moving in. Gorilla going to lead the charge here for SPU. Big Papa going to find Ultrafield extremely quickly. Back and forth shots here coming out. And that's going to be a shot from below. The Nitro Cell coming out from Big Papa. Securing a 2nd kill on the round. And he's got a decent angle on some additional players. Opens fire on the Nomad. Gorilla going down to about half HP. And still sees more people going. So a solid angle there from Big Papa. Attacking from below. Really mess up this attack on the side of SPU as they have about 40 seconds to try and make a play. Rapid has been basically undisturbed, so the smoke grenades are going to start coming on out. And that's going to hurt for Marv. I don't care if you have a shield, but you can't shield gas. He's going to have to go right through it. And that's going to let Rapid have an open season at his own expense. And sure enough, Silver Nova tries to make a play. Rapid's going to get taken down, but Domo right there for the rebound. And St. Clair now on set point. Okay, St. Peter's, this is the chance at a final round for yous. And I just finished talking about how you don't play Callie unless you're maiming. I would love to be proven wrong, don't get me wrong. Let's see it, as it's now round number 8, St. Clair up 6-1. Dire straits here for St. Peter's. St. Clair, of course, on the doorstep of moving up 4-1 in the season overall. Of Of course, only losing to the University of Akron so far in the season, who of course are the CR6 champs from last year. And even then, that was a back and forth match.
Left before insertion.
Banknot's going back over to the Thermite to assist in the hard breach alongside Marv. But now, let's see how this Callie gets into play. Because, of course, Callie, sniper rifle operator, with the gadget being able to go through reinforced walls or walls of any kind and drop a little grenade of sorts that will destroy gadgets nearby the wall. Can definitely be useful, but being stuck with having your primary being a sniper rifle is not exactly sought after in a lot of the competitive Siege community. Although it could be interesting paired up with the Jackal, as Rapid taking a little bit of fire, and he's gonna just greet them with the shotgun. He gets one, he gets two, looks for a third, but everybody on the side of St. Peter's was essentially right there, gonna shut that down. Really getting himself an elimination via that sniper rifle. So at the very least, you can say this this Callie got a kill. Did his own teammate just shoot him in the back? I kind of feel like that was exactly the case there. Silver Nova right there spots out one of the players. Can Twitch TV's M4 Gorilla, can he make something happen? Ultra nearby as well. They're thinking about making their move sometime soon, even though they still have about minute 40 left on the clock. Oh my goodness, you'd think it'd be the sniper who gets that kind of shot, but meanwhile, Kira manages to get the snipe with a light machine gun. And that's exactly why you don't see Callie, and we do see Big Papa finally making the aggressive move that we know him for, taking down Silver Nova. This entire match is now on the hands of Ultrafuel in a 1v4 scenario, and he does not have the diffuser. Good night. Domo cleaning that one up as it was down to one final player. All of St. Clair get an Nancy. Really wanted to finish that one up, and sure enough, they are going to be able to do so. Cafe, St. Clair just looked absolutely fantastic on. Big Papa leading the kill board alongside Kira, but 13 eliminations for Big Papa, 10 to Kira. Solid game across all of St. Clair. Of course, like I said before, the scoreboard with kills can only tell you so much about that game. Of course, we could pick out standouts in that regard, but everybody on St. Clair coming in clutch, especially in that last game. They completely outclassed St. Peter's University on Cafe specifically. That first game on Clubhouse, that was pretty back and forth for the most part. Both teams had their opportunity, swung in their momentum time and time again. 2 wins here, 2 wins there. And then eventually St. Clair got the ball rolling and took it home. But that wasn't at all what we saw on Cafe. It was almost like a completely different team. So I don't know if it was just a little bit of Cafe unfamiliarity or what, but St. Clair moving forward and now being 4-1 in this CollegiateR6 season. And of course, if you like the R6 action here on the Saints stream, well, do not fret, because we have way more coming even just tomorrow. Of course, tomorrow at 3 p.m., Rainbow Six Siege team taking on the R6 Collegiate Championship. That's going to be, I believe, the second match in that season. They won last week rather convincingly, and we'll have to see where they pick up from there. Then later that night, 7 o'clock, we do have the season opener for TESPA Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Lots of people itching for that season to start. And I know personally, it's going to be a bit new for myself as well. Didn't really get very much opportunity to see a lot of Call of Duty action, exception of last year where the club team started coming through. Streamed it a couple times, but we get to see them in league action tomorrow. Get to see them on Sunday at 7 as well. Same thing, another TESPA match. Then on Monday, Rocket League team and UCEA action at 8 p.m. And then on Tuesday at 8, Counter-Strike UCEA action continues. And of course, there are way more where that came from. If you have not done so already, be sure to drop the follow on the Saints Gaming CA Twitch channel. And if you want to catch the matches after they happen, whether it's our Twitch past broadcasts or subscribe to our gigantic YouTube VOD library for Saints Gaming CA there as well. Matches from years and years ago to the present, all stored under one website. And of course, there are social medias as well. Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. But that'll wrap up our coverage here of this CollegiateR6 match. Of course, big shout out to the sponsors that make it happen. St. Clair College, St. Clair College Alumni Association, the SRC Student Representative Council, Zekelman School of Business and IT, PC Outlet, and Tim Hortons. Thank you all for making Saints Gaming and the St. Clair Saints a possibility. And then, of course, thank you to everybody in the Twitch chat tuning in, cheering for their team, home team or not. Absolutely a blast having you here. We're happy that you're here in the first place, supporting your friends, family members, or classmates even, in their collegiate esports adventures. I know for a lot of us this is still something pretty new, but it's only getting bigger, and I thank you for supporting it. Of course, my name's Dan Banner. Banner broadcasts on Twitter if you want to see my up-to-date esports antics, which of course majority of the time is probably going to be Saints Gaming related, but you never know. But we'll close out for now. Thank you all for tuning in. More R6 action happening tomorrow. Be sure to join us at 3. Have a good night, everybody.